So over here, you can see that I have the MS Access database opened up. Let me just go ahead onto File and try to open up a database right here, which is there, let's say, for example, in my desktop right here. So once I open it, you can see it actually says unrecognized database format. That actually means that this database is corrupt. So when MS Access database is in inconsistent state, maybe because of a software crash or for some other reasons, it may say unrecognized database format, or it will say access database in inconsistent state. So naturally, what you would try to do is go ahead and use the database tool right here and use the compact and repair database option. So once you do that, you can go ahead and, let's say, for example, select the database and press OK right here. But it still says unrecognized database format right here. It is not able to go ahead and then correct this database because it has been corrupt in such a label that Access's default tool right here is not able to repair it. So in this case, you might want to go ahead and use a third-party tool. And one of the third-party tool that you can actually use is Stellar Repair for Access, which is what we are going to go ahead and look at now. So now, in order to go ahead and repair a database using this application, you simply need to select a database right here. If you don't know where the database is, so let's say, for example, you have a database in a particular folder that you want to find, then you can use the Find option, select a folder, which can be desktop as well. Let's say, for example, press OK, and then it'll list out the databases that are there. But let me just go around over here onto Browse itself and select the specific database because we want to go ahead and repair that particular database right here. But you can see that the list is still there. So I can clear the list right here, click on Browse to be absolutely sure that I'm selecting the right database. Then I can click on Open right here. So this is the database that I want to repair. So now once that is done, let us click Repair. And then what you need to do is you need to go ahead and wait. It says repairing right here, just like this. So you need to go ahead and wait for a while. Depending on the size of the database, it might take a while as well. So as the process is done, you can see it says selected MS Access database repaired successfully. So if I were to press OK now, over here on the left hand side, you can actually see the tables right here. And if you were to click on it, you can see the table data of it and then see the information, that is the column information as well on the data type right here. Apart from that, you can see it repaired out the forms right here, the reports and so forth as well. And you can also see a section called deleted record. So it also actually goes ahead and then recovers deleted record if there are any. So if I were to go ahead and disable show deleted record, then what happens is that it won't show any deleted record. So you have an option to enable and disable it as needed. So apart from that, let's say, for example, you want to search for a particular table that you want to, let's say, recover. You want to make sure that it has been recovered. So let's say, for example, if I were to type in Anna right here and click on search, you can see that it actually shows that particular table right here. Click on next and it shows that table right here. Click on next and then it shows that particular query as well. Click on next right here. And as the search completes, you can see it says search completed and no further results available. So now the repairing process is actually not complete. I actually have to save the database to make sure that I have created a repaired access version. So to do that, I need to click on Save Database right here. And then you can see that I have an option to save the deleted records as well or choose not to. So if you were to uncheck it, the deleted records that you see right here won't be saved. But in our case, we want to go ahead and save it. So let me just go ahead and click on Save Deleted Records. So you can go ahead and select a default location right here. That is where the source file is. In our case, it is in desktop. But if you want to select a new location where you want to save it, you can click on New Location, go around over here. And let's say, for example, I'm going to create a new folder right here. And then I'm going to go ahead and let's say, for example, rename this out and name it out as recovered right here. So I can go ahead and select this folder, press OK, and press OK right here in order to run the repairing process. So once you go ahead and do that, what happens is that the repairing process carries forward. So you know that the repairing is happening right here because you can see that the stop button is active. So if you were to click on the stop button, then the process will be terminated. So you don't want to do that. So depending on the size of the database and the speed of your computer, it might take a while. In our case, the database we are trying to repair is actually over a gigabyte big. So it is going to take some time. So over here on the bottom, you can see the log report on which table it is saving and the details right here, and see the status bar as well. But you can see the indicator right here. So you can see the status bar right here on the bottom as well and see the process. So all you need to do is wait for a while now until the database recovery process is done and MS Access file is saved. And as the database recovery is done, you can see it says repaired file saved successfully. So if I were to go and press OK now, this is what you have. So let me just go around over here, and here you can see that there's the recovered folder that we made right here, and there's the Access database right here. So if I were to go ahead and open it out right here, you can see it says there's an active content. It's not an error warning. So just press OK and click on enable content, and then you can see the database right here. You can see the deleted record right here. You can see all of the data right here. You can see your forms, as you can see. You can see your reports. You can go ahead and see your macros right here, just like this as well, and so forth. So you can see everything, and basically everything that was recoverable has been recovered. And that is how you can go ahead and recover out your database using Stellar Repair for Access. Apart from that, if you were to actually go ahead on to the home, you can see that you have an option to enable and disable the status bar and the log window in the application as well. So this is pretty much a straightforward application which you can use to load up database and save it, and that's it. And there's a little customization option right here. Actually, you don't need all of those right here because it's the tool simply has one purpose. Apart from that, if you were to go to tools, you do have an option to save the log right here. So if I were to go ahead and save the log onto my desktop, let's say for example, you will be able to get a text file with all of the details right here of how the database got saved right here. You can see the total queries, forms, and so forth, and see the logs for your reference as well. So if there's any update of the application, then you can go ahead and update it from here as well, and it'll go ahead and update the application. If you want to learn more about the application, then you get the help section right here. So this is how you can simply go ahead and use Stellar Repair for Access to go ahead and repair out corrupt databases as needed, as you like. So I hope you guys learned something as always. And as always, please like, comment, share, and subscribe.